Hello everyone, Chase here with another video on the new Splatana that was recently added to Splatoon 3, the Decavitator. I posted a previous video about this weapon right after the new season dropped, where I gave my initial thoughts. Now that I've had more time to play with the weapon though, my thoughts have definitely changed. That's what I want to talk to you about in this video. If you enjoy, please give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. So let me just start off by saying this. The Decavitator is, without a doubt, the most polarizing weapon that I have ever played in Splatoon. I really cannot decide whether I love or hate this thing. Initially, after trying out the Decavitator on the first day, I thought it was a fun weapon that was just really hard to master, and I wanted to get better at it. But the more I tried it and the more experience I got with the weapon, I slowly began to develop the idea that this weapon kinda isn't so great. Don't get me wrong, it has massive hitboxes, great paint, and the dash lets it get away with a ton of crazy things. But overall, the weapon just felt kind of hard to work with. The lack of a vertical slash felt really terrible, as you can't ledge camp like you can with the other Splatanas, and it just makes firing at anyone who's not on the exact same ground level as you extremely challenging. The other thing I noticed was that even if you're consistently racking up kills, this weapon kinda dies a lot. Like, a lot. I'm talking tetradually levels of death counts here. In fact, that's what I've heard a lot of people refer to this weapon as, the Splatana version of tetradualies. It plays just like it too. At first, it honestly felt like the best way to play this weapon was to run a comeback quick respawn build and just constantly run in and spam the dash attack at your opponents. If you miss, oh well, just quickly respawn and try again. This was the type of build and playstyle that I've seen most players adapting. Personally, for me, I didn't care for this playstyle. It just sort of felt like a worse tetradually with better kits. And for me specifically, I didn't see a reason to really play it. Since tetradualies are my main weapon and I'm already good with those, I didn't see a reason to invest time into learning a new weapon that does the exact same thing. Now, after some more time passed, I decided to play the weapon again, just for fun. The only difference this time though, was that rather than running a full quick respawn build, I decided to go for a Ninja Squid swim speed build, with a little bit of quick respawn. Something I began to realize was that, weirdly enough, the Decavitator plays more like a roller than a Splatana. It's very sharky and benefits a lot from sneaking up on people, so I figured that Ninja Squid would help it out a bit. Well, a bit is quite the understatement, because running Ninja Squid has made me feel very different about this weapon. I'm not saying it fixes all of its issues or anything, but it makes the weapon go from feeling weak to kind of reliable. I am noticing so many more scenarios where I'm able to secure kills now, whereas if I wasn't wearing Ninja Squid, I wouldn't have gotten those kills. I cannot stress how good it feels to just sneak up on someone and instantly charge slash them. I'm not sure why I didn't think of using Ninja Squid sooner. But yeah, in a nutshell, if you're struggling to make this weapon work, use Ninja Squid. I can't recommend it enough. Another thing that I was really overlooking before was the type of maps that the Decavitator thrives on. Before, I was just using this weapon on any map that I felt like, which I've now learned is a huge no-no. The Decavitator is strong on very flat maps without a ton of walls or elevation, which makes sense since you can't vertical slash, so enemies being on the same ground level as you makes things a lot easier. Maps like Wahoo World and Scorch Gorge are really strong for this weapon from the experience I had, but it feels decent on quite a few others too. You don't want to use it on maps with a lot of differing heights and curvature. This weapon feels like a joke on maps like Humpback Pump Track and Flounder Heights. It seems almost impossible to do anything relevant on those maps. Basically, I started to enjoy the weapon a lot more when I began to use it only on maps it was actually advantageous on, rather than trying to make it work everywhere. Regarding the kits, I find it very interesting that the mint variation is actually the one that I'm enjoying more. The inkjet on the charcoal is great, but I still don't really understand the splash wall. It seems to have such situational uses. Whereas with the mint kit, both suction bomb and bubbler feel really natural and synergize well with the main weapon. Offensively popping a bubbler to just help you out in a tight situation goes a long way. But yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to make a video giving my updated thoughts on this new Splatana. Again, it's really polarizing. At first, I liked it, then I hated it, then I sort of liked it again, then I really didn't like it again, and now I'm back to liking it, I think. I have seen quite a few top players in the community calling the weapon awful, but right now, I have more positive feelings about it than negative. Again, since I started using Ninja Squid and learning what maps the weapon is good on, I've had a much more positive experience. And as of right now, I do want to keep pushing the weapon. I'll definitely 5-star at least one of the kits, that's for sure. Anyway, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the Decavitator? Do you also have mixed feelings about this weapon, or are you set on liking or hating it? Let me know why down below. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.